Dinesh, it was really good, but I got to tell you, I kept getting chills up my backbone because it was kind of scary to watch.
It's a scary film, and it's scary not because I'm using the techniques of cinematography to make it scary. It's scary because of what's happening in the country. I made the remark a few days ago that this is not a film I actually wanted to make because I'm an immigrant. I'm rah-rah America. I wrote a book called What's So Great About America. So I never wanted America to reach a place where a film like this needed to be made. But alas, it does. And we're not, we're moving toward a police state, Liz, in my view, but we're not a full-fledged police state. And that's really why I made the film, because I think a film can be a powerful wake-up call to people to say, hey, look where we're going. This is not where we want to be.
Basically, if we don't put a stop to it. And I want to talk a little bit later about what we actually can do to put a stop to it, because it's sometimes startling to see all these different avenues cut off. I know everyone's going to want to watch this movie. So it's in theaters on October 23rd and 25th. You can go to policestatefilm.net to get your tickets. There's a virtual premiere on the 27th of October. You can also go to policestatefilm.net. We'll put the URL for this, guys, so you don't have to remember it. We'll put it all over social media, anywhere that this is. That this episode is posted. So make sure you get your tickets. But Dinesh, you opened the movie with a scene that maybe it's because I am a mother of a young child, but I found particularly startling. It was a live action reenactment of the FBI raiding the home of a young family that lives in the suburbs. They were eating what looked to be a meal together, breakfast together, and the FBI just burst into their house, scared their children to death, arrested the father, ransacked the home, searching for who knows what, and marched the dad out of the house while the wife and the children were left horrified, stunned, and frightened. And I mean, this is a conversation I have with my husband frequently because we work in politics and in media about, who's going to be the subject of targeting by the deep state next. We all have this phrase that we say, oh, they're coming for Trump, but they're really coming for us. He's just the one standing in the way. And I think it's going to be jarring for people to see when they watch, especially the beginning of this movie, that one of the warnings in your movie is, yes, indeed, they are coming for you. And not just people that say crazy things, not just people that flirt with the edges of agitation or the law, but everyday Americans who are just patriotically trying to defend their country.
I mean, Liz, in classic Liz Wheeler fashion, you have gotten to the heart of the matter, which is to say that, yes, Trump may be the poster boy, the kind of primary target of the police state, but there are going to be Americans who feel immune. They feel, well, I'm not Trump, and I didn't go in the Capitol on January 6th, and I pay my taxes, so I should be okay, shouldn't I? And our message is, we're getting to a point where this police state is not one thing. There's not a single Stalinist dictator who just goes, I'm going to stop all my enemies and I'm going to prevent anybody from taking power. This is a massive octopus that stretches throughout the federal government, many, many agencies of the government, including some that you would not normally enroll in a police state, right? The CDC, the Health Authority, or the Cybersecurity Infrastructure Agency, CISA, some of these pretty obscure agencies actively involved in censorship, actively involved in political targeting. Sometimes people say to me, well, Dinesh, is this a movie about the FBI? Well, it is, but the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, is 20 times bigger than the FBI. They are massively involved in censorship. They're massively involved in political targeting. And then you've got a lot of agencies and instrumentalities in the private sector. You've got the media, you've got parts of academia, nonprofit groups, digital platforms. So in other words, this can come at you from many different directions. And as you know, in the movie, we feature different types of people just going about their business, in some cases involved in a school board meeting or involved in pro-life activism. And suddenly, boom, they find themselves, they find what Orwell called the boot stamping on the human face, and they really can't believe it.